In this video, we'll discover the Trainer Deck A and Trainer Deck B. The decks are incredibly underdocumented, but here's everything we know about them. The decks contain 60 cards, but they are not considered theme decks. The 60 card decks were given to league leaders when the game was still young to promote gameplay in addition to the collecting craze that was occurring at the time. Little is known on how league leaders obtained them, as we do not know whether they were issued randomly or upon request. Either way, their distribution was minimal and sparse. Now it's time to see what's inside. The cards found inside have the same appearance as the Unlimited base set, the ones with the shadow. However, when we flip the cards over, you'll notice that they have a red border and the words Trainer Deck A and Trainer Deck B printed on the reverse. In addition to this, the decks feature two remarkable cards, Machamp and Blastoise, but we'll get to those in a minute. Trainer Deck A, Brock's deck. The deck doesn't fully represent Brock as a trainer because the deck can only feature one rock-type Pokemon, and that's Onix. On the rarity scale, Machamp is the only rare card found within the deck. Trainer Deck B, MISTY'S deck. Unlike Brock's deck, MISTY'S deck fully captures her trainer type. Most of the Pokemon featured within the pack are water-based. Additionally, MISTY'S deck features 4 unique rare cards, with the most prominent one being Blastoise. The Machamp and Blastoise. I don't know if you noticed, but the Machamp does not feature a first edition stamp. Machamp went through 8 entire print runs with the first edition mark, yet the Trainer Deck A is the first and only Machamp variant not to be stamped. Additionally, neither the Machamp or Blastoise received any holofoil treatment. This is also the first and only time this has happened, which makes them both incredibly unique. Fast forward to today and we are still left with a ton of questions. Why is the Machamp unlimited when all the other releases are in first edition? How were they, and where were they, and in what quantities were these distributed? Were they always distributed together, or did certain stores only receive one of the other? But perhaps the most significant question left for collectors today is to speculate on the disparity between the availability of Brock's Trainer Deck A and MISTY'S Trainer Deck B. Because so little is known about them, speculation is broad. Many believe that all stores that were recipients received a Trainer Deck B, but only a certain number of stores received a Trainer Deck A. While some believe they were shipped separately and shipments of the Trainer Deck B were interfered with in some way. This theory fits with the story often told about an auction that once popped up with many Trainer Deck Bs. The auction claimed they were purchased at auction from lost goods at an airport. If this were the primary means of circulation for the Trainer Deck Bs, it might also explain why there are more available sealed. The lettering A and B suggests companion distribution. This is supported by the locations of the Trainer Deck As that have been uncovered thus far, nearly always having a MISTY'S Trainer Deck B as well. Ultimately, it's not possible to know unless if the information came from the top, and would have likely come to know that at this point if it was going to happen. With the work of high-end collectors over the years, part to make contact with former Wizards employees and executives, we would have more information if it were going to be made available. The contact has often been successful, yielding extremely unique finds like production information and test cards. But questions about the trainer decks have been met with a lack of knowledge so far, likely because the promotional items were less the concern of the development team and more a side project for teams focused on generating interest in the game. And that's all we know about the trainer decks today. Hopefully one day we'll unearth more hidden secrets that surround these collector's items. But know this, if you're looking to obtain a MISTY'S Trainer Deck B, you'll only need to whip out your wallet. But if you're looking to purchase a Brock's Trainer Deck A, you'll have to sit patiently in line with your savings on tap.